and welcome, guys. What a game night for the playoffs, day number 2 for the RaidCall EMS 1. I'm glad that you guys are here because it is crazy what's happening here. Navi, they lose versus Absolute Legends. Team Liquid, they lose versus Absolute Legends. Then I think Navi won versus Kaipi, so I'm just talking about the 2 games I cast. But now we have Kaipi versus Absolute Legends as the last game of the night. Perhaps the last game of the night, because here's the thing. Here is what makes this so crazy. Let me read out right now. Toby in the chat wrote, if Absolute Legends win their game versus Kaipi, and Navi lose versus Team Liquid, Navi Team Liquid right now going on Toby's stream, then we have a 3-way tie. And in that case, I don't know if we're going to play another game or if it's another rule. I'm going to check that right now. You guys are live in on some very crazy stuff. I don't think anybody would have expected this development. It's actually the time rating that will decide if we have a 3-way tie. So we're not going to see any additional games, which is kind of sad. So the time rating will decide, which means essentially AL is through. They're 2-0. They qualify. They're doing pretty good, but they also need to win against Kaipi right now just to be completely safe. But since they won a 50-minute or so game against Navi, they're looking pretty solid overall. But if it should come to a 3-way tie, then rest assured I will get all the information necessary to explain to you exactly how it's going to work. I know for a fact that it's going to be the time rating to decide, but let's go to the draft right now. I gotta sneeze. It's not coming. So, draft. Here we are, and holy cow, Absolute Legends banning out the Phantom Lancer first, whereas Kaipi, they take out our Gyrocopter and the Wisp. And yeah, again, everybody tuning in, thank you so much for doing so. I'm very happy to have you on watching the stream. And a big shout out to Absolute Legends in their tremendous performance, beating Navi and beating Team Liquid. In Kaipi, they also beat Team Liquid today. So Team Liquid, they don't have a chance, I think, unless they... Okay, Team Liquid, they have to beat Navi right now. They gotta hope for AL to beat Kaipi. Or is it the other way? Does Kaipi have to beat AL, maybe? Yes, I think Kaipi has to beat AL. Because AL won 2 games, and if Kaipi beats AL, then AL is 1 for 2. And if Team Liquid beat Navi, then they're 1 for 2. And what would the last one be? It would either be the Navi or Kaipi that would also be sitting at 1 for 2. Unfortunately, I don't have the standings. But you guys in chat, you are very interactive. You know how the games went that I didn't cast. So let me know in the chat, please, how that is, or how the other games went that I didn't cast. Anyway, so I will in the meantime catch up on the draft. Batrider picked up by Kaipi, and AL actually secure themselves the Nyx Assassin and the Nakes. So now for the first time in 2 or 3 days, I see a Lifestealer picked up in a pro game. And I'm looking forward to that because Nakes is a very powerful carry, and he does combo off very well with Nyx Assassin. Alright, people in chat are letting us know that they don't really like time rating. I'm sorry guys, I didn't make the rules. Sorry Calicut. Sorry Erendved. Sorry Deeples. Sorry Soap and Mouth. I'm sorry Void. I don't have any influence on that. That's just how it is. But in the meantime, let's get, while we accept the fact that it will be a time rating deciding this, let us again have a look at the stand-in on Kaipi's side. Eternal Envy, who played a tremendous Phantom Lancer last game. Second pick Rubik, third pick Magnus. And yeah, their lineup so far pretty powerful. They have the Initiator and Batrider, they have the Initiator / Counter Initiator Magnus, and they have the Jack of all trades Rubik as a support. Holy cow! Again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm tired as hell, but this game is pumping me up quite a bit.
5 seconds remaining.
Nyx Assassin, Lifestealer. So the big question will be, is it a support Nyx Assassin or is it a solo mid Nyx Assassin? And I think that Quab pick just answered our question. It will probably be a support Nyx. So people in chat, I know I don't have the sweet feature like the good studio has with their live poll feature, but
Radiant
still,
enemy bound.
let me know in the chat which team you want to win today. Who are you rooting for, AL or Kaipi? Let me know in the chat, guys. I will be very interested to see, because this is essentially the match of the night, man. Kaipi took out Team Liquid, AL took out Navi and TL, so holy crap, guys. This is essentially the match of the night. And I'm very happy to be able to cast this, and I'm very happy and thankful that you guys are tuning in to watch. So yeah. Queen of Pain, third pick. Second ban phase now going on in this game, the last game of the night. Furion banned out from Kaipi. Response ban is Tinker from AL. Then Kaipi says, alright, we will get rid of the Shadow Demon, and AL says, fine, then no anti-mage for you guys. So Kaipi right now getting rid of the global map presence in the Furion, which is a very good idea to go for if you're going up against the Nyx Assassin. Shadow Demon, a support that they don't want to give away. And then Anti-Mage and Tinker taken off from AL, because they don't want the high mobility hard carry hero or even the global presence from a Tinker. They just want to try to secure themselves, type of game they want to play. And AL so far very much on a high, on a roll tonight. And I'm very happy for the... I said this so many times, I'm very happy for the guys.
Dire team pick.
Ain't even mad 2K. Holy Master isn't the admin of this tournament. It is the ESL that's running this tournament, so it is not that one. Alright, so Volzo10 in chat is actually quoting out some part of the rules for the RaidCall EMS 1. 1. Points amassed between the time participants, in brackets mini league. Second, map round difference between the time participants. Let's see what else here. Mini league. 3. Number of map round wins between the time participants. And 4. Higher time coefficient between the tied participants. In case of a three-way tie, the mini league can't apply, so if they follow their rules, it will be time rating. So yeah, thank you so much Volzo10 for pointing that out. And here we go, people in chat letting us know. So I see a lot of absolute legends here. AL, Arendvid saying AL, Soap and Mouth AL, the -1 AL, Void AL. Wow, Miley Cyrus fan AL, Dark Lin XP Kaipi, Green Attacker Team Liquid. You troll. OMG as Rob AL, Bugs Mania AL, Lion or Leon 27 Kaipi, Buggy Uggy AL, Arendvid Rise, Soup Cannot, Team Eternal Envy, Willems Kaipi, Green Attacker AL, Buggy Uggy Mania, Angry Plants. I really want to say both. Kabaya Shitude. Kabayashi Dude. Oh, Kabayashi Dude. Eternal Envy for Life. X-Person AL. Ain't Even Mad 2K AL Han YOLO. Linmax Kaipi. Void Kaipi. Woody Kaipi. And I think a few of you had just mentioned twice, but that's essentially it. And now the draft is even complete while I was giving the shoutouts to the people, making the calls inside the chat. Bane is the 4th pick, and Faceless Void, the last pick for Kaipi, whereas AL rely themselves on the CM and an Undying. So this is a very mid-game heavy strat for Absolute Legends. If you look at AL's lineup, they're looking for very fast fights and mid-game control. Miguel playing the Nyx Assassin, Unicorn on Lifestealer, Queen of Pain not so sure yet, Mania on Undying, Crystal Maid Miracle. So yes, Queen of Pain will be played by Rise. Bone 7 once more on Batrider, who just showed a tremendous performance on that hero against Team Liquid. Oh, I got the hiccups, guys. I'm sorry. Looking for something to drink.
Prepare for battle.
Wow. Okay, got myself my drink. Sorry, guys. So, last hits denied is pretty good for the early game. Good luck, have fun gets called here by both teams, and I think both teams very happy to be where they're at right now. We got Unicorn, aka Han Solo, playing the lifestealer as I said earlier. Miguel again on Nyx Assassin, Mania on Undying, Miracle on CM, and that leaves Rise on Co-op. On the other side, we got Envy again on the hard carry role. Zizu will be playing our Bane. Pylai Die on Rubik. Toward the middle lane, we got Arise 3012 on Magnus, and the last but not least, Bone 7 once more on our Bat Rider. So let us hope for a great game, my friends. Thank you so much for watching and for tuning in and supporting the teams that you support, and for participating in the chat, and for being generally awesome. I'm very thankful for having you guys on the stream. So let's again hope for a great match. We got an aggressive trial in from Absolute Legends here, consisting of Nyx, Miracle. Oh man, Paladin in trouble. Actually, the Frostbite is here. Mania might be in trouble. A good sleep by Zizu, and the stun from Pylai Dai's telekinesis kept him alive there. And to be honest, the level 1 Frostbite maybe not the best choice here, because the slow from the level 1 Crystal Nova is 3.5 seconds. It's a 30% slow, but Miracle decided to go for the Frostbite, so I'm not so sure that was the correct choice. But nonetheless, first blood barely missed by Absolute Legends, and that's the good news for Kaipi. Bone, bottom lane, has a self sent out to him right now. He will be up against a solo co-op on the long lane, so that means it is actually going to be a pretty good lane for Bone 7, as long as all the other heroes from the enemy team are present on the map and showing themselves. In the mid lane, it will be Nyx versus a Magnus, a relatively even lane overall. So the mana burn from Nyx, for example, doesn't do that much against the Magnus. Both heroes will probably get decent last hits. Mina going in, they're dewarding immediately. So no pulls possible just yet for Kaipi. And they will find out once those creeps here don't spawn. Well, Zizu even blocked it himself. Miracle might be out of position here right now. Envy coming in, Mania, but now blocking them a little bit. And Han Solo still showing himself there a little bit. I think a Quelling Blade would really help in maneuvering just straight through these lines here. I guess he could use a Tango, but then again, a Quelling Blade would be a little bit more efficient, because that way he would not have to use restoratives when in fact he really doesn't need them. But anyway, this top lane will be where most of the powder cakeness of this game will be coming into play. Zizu in a good position here inside the fog, really just rotating himself and staying in position here a little bit. Maybe then showing himself to come in here, but Miracle and Mania not over aggressive here whatsoever. Unicorn 7 for 4 and Envy 0 and 1. Even though he has a poor mana shield, he could be a little bit more aggressive, but he's a little bit wary of what this trialing is capable of pulling out, and Envy being the tactician that he is, you can't blame him for it. Now Envy finally getting a few last hits in. Pylai Die in the meantime actually rotated in toward the middle lane. Miguel already has this bottle. The rune actually spawned on bottom. It's a regen, and Arise will find that one. Let's find out what's happening on the bottom lane. Queen of Pain 9 for 3, Bone 7, 4 for 0. Rise being pretty aggressive here. But Bone's Bat Rider is not to be messed with. It's quite powerful. And on top lane, Envy still just 2 last hits. So AL faring quite well. Miguel might be in trouble though. No spike carapace even. Skilled by him. Void on top lane, almost dying to what looks to be a strong engagement by AL. They always engage when I'm going for a drink.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Bottom lane, big dive by Co-op. Bone healing up a bit here. Very good harassment by Rise overall. But in comes actually Rubik. Pylai Die, a great rotation. Gets daggered and slowed by Rise. He actually stands his ground, goes in for the kill. Scream gets used, and he's going to get the kill on Pylai Die. Bone 7 might also be able to get the kill in return on Rise, but no, he blinks away and is fine right now. Good first blood by Rise. Great individual play here. In the meantime, actually, Void gets killed by a neutral. He bought his items up Not a TP scroll though, so he really does want to get back to base quickly. And Kaipi calls for a pause, but this early game is looking very good for Absolute Legends. This might be the beginning of their third victory of the night. Unbeaten so far. The boys consisting of some of the most old school players in the scene. So Bone7 barely missing that kill on Co-op. She got that first blood on bot. As you can see by the gold here. Rise doing very well for himself. And I could see him denying himself to neutrals right now. Yes, he buys boots, he buys everything, and then he kills himself to neutrals here as well. So, spent all his gold, does have enough item slots for it overall though, so maybe didn't think of that, but still. Good free TP back to base here for the Queen of Pain. 5 more seconds and she'll be back in, and then TP right back down. Batrider, guys, we had like a triple suicide to neutrals here just now. A triple suicide to neutrals. I have never seen that in my cast. It's not very spectacular, but it's very odd. So, on top lane, 22 last hits on our Nyx, and only 5 on Envy. So he really is completely locked down here. And that's why we see him actually jungling away here a little bit. The Poor Man's Shield in conjunction with his Quelling Blade does help him out a bit. His right click, or his attack speed isn't that high, but his attack damage is in return for that. In conjunction with that, oh man, Pylai die on top, gets slowed down, gets attacked, gets slept, he has a telekinesis ready. Han Solo actually, or Unicorn, gets that sleep taken off him. Oh, he overtakes that sleep. Miracle, he might go down first. He goes down first. Pylai is still alive. The big mistake by AL. And now finally Rubik actually goes down, but still, Rubik should have died first. Now Zizou, Brain Stab on Mania. He's in trouble, and both those heroes need to back up for now because Siam already dead. And Zizou with the Brain Stab, very powerful on a tri-lane. Now even he's coming in. Zizou might have overextended. They need a few more right clicks though, and I think yes, they're fine. No, Envy comes in just in time. Batrider in the meantime goes on the Quap on the bottom lane. And now Han Solo, no, he survives with Mania. He's the one that will go down, and he's in trouble. Does he have another DK onto Zizou? He keeps him alive for another right click, but Envy finally gets the kill on him. AL overextending on top lane a little bit with a great rotation from Envy up toward the lane. Now we have Nyx coming in and scaring Envy off the lane, but keep in mind on the bottom lane, Quap was able to get a solo kill on Bat. We missed that, but in turn it had a lot of action on top lane. And now we got a Rise in the mid lane, might be in trouble. Miguel goes for the spike carapace, a little bit too late. He should have popped it before he got skewered back, and that is what saves Rise's life. And Miguel is forced to heal up, or he just waits for a rune. Miracle going for the security, for securing that rune. A Rise going back to base. Miguel not even waiting for the rune. It would be funny if this were Region now on top. The pause comes out 1 second. Oh, Erentved, 4th victory for AL. They also beat Dignitas. Thanks for pointing that out. What great stats for AL. And yeah, I'm happy for the guys in chat that also appreciate the rare sight of 3 heroes suiciding one after the other to neutral creeps. I mean, it does have its merits, of course. It does make sense, you know, in certain scenarios. But oh well. So, Lifestealer on top. Man, the Orb of Venom into Phase Boost, or Phase Boost into Orb of Venom, is so common nowadays that we even see it in pubs a whole lot. Woodsy, Woody, 3797. AL is playing really well. What happened? I don't know, bro. But it was only a matter of time. I mean, look at their roster. They are some of the most experienced players out there. And it's great to see them doing well. I'm very happy for them. Bane should have baited more, said by my Cyrus fan, probably in reference to what just happened on top there. I mean, Brain Sap is a very powerful skill. It's very hard to gauge, you know, how dead a Bane really is. But I'm looking for heavy mid-game pressure now from AL, because that's what they need to go. And they need to win this, you know. They need to play their lineups to their full strength. And Kaipi they have the late game advantage. I mean, they have the Void, so... And Void, one of the hardest late game carries. Miracle DD rune, that's one dangerous CM here. Hits for freaking 94 damage. Zizou's hanging back though, tier 1 tower on top in trouble, but they still have the glyph and they might actually be forced to use it. Yes, there it goes. Buy some time before this creep wave comes in. And AL back up for now in the middle lane in the meantime. Where Miggle throwing out the stun. Is there going to be a mana burn? Yes, there it is. Right click's coming through. And I think... Oh, that was a good movement by Miggle. He wasn't even sure. He had like a redundant security for that nuke by the Magnus. Not only did he perpendicularly dodge it, but he also threw the spike carapace just in case. And he does have the Vendetta, so I would like to see some aggressive rotation in right now. But Envy in the middle lane is there. Only level 5, about to level 6. But Magnus, he does have his ulti ready. I think they might want to go for an initiation on Miggle right now. Miggle gets hit by the nuke. 600 HP. And Envy keeps on rotating. Too tanky in the middle lane, that hero. And right now, Arise gets all his mana burned from him. Isn't even able to go for the ulti. Miggle assumes control of that lane in mid. And Envy again forced to just stay inside the jungle with 17 last hits and fight against neutrals because the top lane is too dangerous. So last game Envy played an amazing Phantom Lancer. Let us see how he does in a game where he's playing the hard carry and he's under a lot more pressure. Tries to stack this camp here but is unsuccessful. Bottom lane Quap might get caught out. He is on level 6. He can't go for the gank. Pings come out. Pylai die. Has a scream. Has a lot of skills available. You know, the TP from Magnus on the bottom. Envy making the calls here by the looks of it. And I think he's going in. Magnus, gotta move, Magnus. He's coming. Envy comes in. There's the ulti. Rise, pretty much in trouble. Pylai die. He's gonna go for the seconds. And the nuke comes out also. And the scream is enough. The skewer just to secure things up there. But they are able to kill Rise on this Quap. Very important kill for Kaipi. Envy's calls. It's just what I'm assuming that it was him making the calls here.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Very much paying off. But AL immediately answering back with a tier 1 down on top. Arise Invis still has his ultimate. I would like to see them utilizing this RP, especially on top. And for some reason it just got majorly cold inside my apartment, so I'm gonna get this hoodie on. Now a drink of water. Okay, I am fully functional and back, my friends. Envy 1-1-1. Really not a lot of farm, but he still feels confident. And you know what's very interesting is he actually maxed out the time walk. We don't see that very often. Let's see how well Void does with this. Oh man, ulti. Skewer back into tower range. Bonus here with the ulti. And they disable Miggle before he's able to do anything about it. Beautiful fight from Kaipi. Bane was also here to help out. Nyx is in the middle lane, level 6. Drum is already up. 56 last hits. Let's switch over to the gold per minute now. Is with the 10-minute mark. Mania on bot, also level 6. Top lane Miracle. Getting that little bit of gold that he can get. But the rotation's coming in from Kaipi, so Miracle got to back out right now. He should notice that all heroes are missing immediately. He TPs toward the bottom lane. Good rotation here. Middle lane. Nyx. Needs not to worry because most ultis are down, at least for now, on Kaipi's side. Another 40 seconds left on the last so. Envy, time walks away. That's a level 4 time walk with the extra range. Will it save him? Triple, quadruple TP on the bottom lane. And Envy stays alive. Ulti gets thrown out by Rise, and he does get the kill on Envy, but now Rise in turn gets ultied. And do we have an ulti coming in from Magnus? It's not ready. Neither is the last Su. And Undying, the second here to go down for AL. So they trade 2 for 1. Number 2 and number 4 position by the looks of it. For a number 1. Sorry. Too much action. Too much dust in the air after that fight. Very important pickoff from the Quap onto the Faceless Void. Great reaction by Rise. Afterwards he died and Mania also dropped. That was all due to that quadruple TP in from Kaipi. Holy man. Whew, 7-8. And again, guys, for everybody tuning in right now, AL won all their games today. Kaipi, they won against Team Liquid, and I think they lost against Navi. Or did they also win against Navi? Not so sure. No, I think Navi won against Kaipi. If Navi now lose against Team Liquid, and AL loses against Kaipi, then we have ourselves a three-way tie.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures
Oh wait,
are
no.
fortified.
AL is through no matter what. I think I got the hang of this right now. So let me know if I'm right with this theory right now. If AL win against Kaipi, then Kaipi won once against Team Liquid, but they lost twice. Once against Navi and once against Kaipi. And if TL wins against Navi, then Navi won once against Kaipi and lost twice. Once against TL, once against AL. And who was the last team? Kaipi lost once against Navi, one against AL, and one against Team Liquid. I got that. So AL is through no matter what. But if AL lose right now, then Team Liquid has to win against Navi, and then we have that three-way tie. But since the time rating decides here, Pile and I are gonna die, it really doesn't make that much of a difference because we don't have an influence on that. It will just be interesting to point out at the end of the cast how things went here. So again, once more guys, 1,200 of you tuning in for this cast. Thank you so much for watching the RaidCall EMS1 secondary English stream. It's an honor to cast for you guys. My name is Epi. If you want to support me, please follow me on Twitter at EpiCommentary. I'll be very delighted, and my VODs will be uploaded on my YouTube channel, joinDOTA.Epi, or joinDOTA.Epi. So it's youtube.com/joinDOTA.Epi, all one word. I upload my VODs there also, for all your YouTube lovers. Alright. So let's have a look at the gold difference. Slightly in favor of AL, experience in favor of Kaipi, and items, Lifestealer, Phase Boots, Drums, Orb of Venom, 1200 gold. Queen of Pain sitting at 1200 gold plus Treads. Magnus already has his Arcane Boots plus almost a Blink Dagger, so that's very important. Envy 1200 gold only. Considering he's sitting at 870 HP, he's very, very squishy. But he's already stacking up that time lock. I was thinking backtrack, since he's so squishy. But he prioritized time lock over his backtrack, which is interesting. So yeah, if we look at the towers though, we have AL, the only team that has towers right now, so that's probably where most of that gold advantage is coming from. The experience advantage though is in favor of Kaipi. Tombstone level 4 Mania, and I think that's one big argument as to why they should be continuously looking for team fights. The very late game will go to Kaipi because Void will continue getting his farm. Envy's doing a pretty good job of staying off the radar as good as possible. Lifestealer being very cautious right now. Holy crap. There's that Blink Dagger for you. Undying gets picked off immediately. And that's that surprise effect that you need to make sure you get with the Blink Dagger. Very important. Bone 7, he almost has his Blink Dagger as well. And we all know how strong Kaipi does on the back of Bone 7's Bat Rider. They love those initiate heroes. They really love them. Smoke used by Kaipi right now. I really love their timings though. It's very important for them. They have the Blink Dagger. The ult from Magnus is up there. Trying to find another pick off right now. They might find the most important one yet. Arise. Gonna find him. Blink into ultimate. Big reaction by him. Zizu gonna go for his ultimate. Good positioning. He rotated back down here just to go for his brain stab. Skewer back in, and Nake's gonna get killed immediately. Pylai was there also for the initiation. Zizu gonna go for the TP up. Pylai might be the sacrificial lamb. He immediately stole the Skewer Pain and returned it. return the favor to Rise, throws out his nuke, he knows he's dead, he throws out the most damage possible. And he did a pretty good job, went down fighting. And the nakes for Rubik, very well worth it. Great job by Kaipi here. OMG, it's Rob, thank you so much for keeping us updated and doing it in such a interesting fashion. Huge team fight, breaks out in mid, 4-4 in the Na'Vi Liquid game, and that's very important. Miguel gets slapped, Zizu is here, I hear, oh man, again, that blink dagger on Bone, but Miracle does not get pulled all the way over the cliff, but that flame break seals that deal. Great play by Bone once more. Even Mania dying afterwards. Double kill for Batrider. What a play. Now Miguel in huge trouble. Envy slows him down with his time walk, and the nuke from Magnus kills him, finishes him off. Kaipi playing a very strong game. They got to take out that tombstone though, because it already killed Bane and almost would have got more. Now in comes Rise, ulti gets thrown out, Magnus gets killed, Rise overextended perhaps, Envy is here, the right clicks hurt a whole lot, 2 stacks on him, he goes for the blink and TP, oh, immediate time walk after, but the blink was just far enough, Paladai goes down to Han Solo, aka Unicorn. And what a fight from AL. Very ballsy play by Rise, and that was freaking awesome. That was ridiculously insane by Quap. Came in, went for the kill on Magnus, walked over here, blinked just behind, I think it was this tree, and the blink or the time walk after from Envy was not enough, was not far enough. It was still a tree line separating the two, and that was what made it possible for Quap to TP out back to safety. In the meantime, then we had Nakes just getting another kill underneath the tier 2 tower right next to this chase here, and then run himself back out into safety. What a play from both teams. Kaipi, amazing team fight. Bone 7's Batrider, so strong. Random music from Dota 2 is awesome. Thank you, Ice Frog. Thank you, Valve. Oh man, big ultimate. Only catches Miracle though. Skewered back into the tier 2 tower, but Mania and Han Solo are here. Ultimate from Zizu to counter initiate. CM the first one to go down. Support DP is coming in. Bone is here. His ultimate is ready. Pulls in Unicorn. He's in trouble. Overextension by AL. Magnus goes on. Holy crap, Nake's still alive. Now there's that Nightmare, and that gets the kill. 2 for 1. Good trade once more from Kaipi. Defend their tier 1 in mid. And my gosh. How is Envy looking? There's a Maelstrom. So if there's one pro player in the scene that understands mechanics and loves to nerd out on them, Miguel, middle lane Zizu. Not a whole lot that Miguel was able to do here. But yes, Dennis Eternal Envy. So the Maelstrom probably, you can rest assured, is probably the best item that he can go for right now. Wow. The Liquid Courage, have a nice evening. You said that your work day is over. I hope you did a great job. Not just watch streams all day, but enjoy your day off or the rest of your day. In the meantime, middle lane, smoked up Absolute Legend squad. We're going to see a big team fight. Blink in, skewer back, Miguel dodges it. Open wounds out onto a Rise. Paladai throws out the ulti that he stole. He also has a spike carapace. Ulti comes in from Rise, drops everyone very low. 2 heroes dead from Kaipi. In comes Envy with his ultimate, catches 3 heroes from Absolute Legends, and 3 heroes from AL are immediately dead. Mania gets thrown out, and Unicorn is also here. It's a 3-4-3 right now. The hard carry is still alive. Envy might be in trouble, gets slowed down by the zombies. Zizu throws out his ultimate onto Lifestealer, but he has his armlet. He has 15 charges, and he has the drums. He can turn around and fight this. He has so much power right now. Slows down Zizu. He still has the 15 charges. He's going to go for it. Rage gets used. Zizu is in huge trouble. Bane is getting chased, is getting damaged. Nake's diving him. He gets the kill. Right now, Envy might be the next target. He can time walk out. Will it be enough, though? Chases after him, but he survives this. And this will be the tier 1 tower going down. A good team fight this time around for AL. It's a back and forth exchange from those two top teams of their groups here in the RaidCall EMS 1 in the playoffs. Day number 2. OMG, it's Rob. You need to start a streaming service. Not a streaming service, but like a Twitter service, by keeping everybody updated. You know how when you're sometimes on the road but you don't have the bandwidth on your cell phone to keep you updated on the games? They should subscribe to you on Twitter, and you should just tweet out all these things. Do that. I will follow you, man. What's your Twitter? Let me know. Let me know what your Twitter is, and I will cooperate with you when we have many games coming up at the same time. And It will be awesome. So let me check one last thing here quickly. I hope there's nothing going on in the game. So OMG is Rob letting us know. Liquid goes for a huge push on Navi's top tier 1 tower, loses 3 heroes, has tower denied, loses their own tier 1. Ouch. That is correct, OMG Rob. Please keep on doing this. Great job, man. Let me know your Twitter. I will shout it out and I will tell everybody to follow you, because you do a great job and a great service to the community, man. Really appreciate it. In the meantime, though, we have ourselves a great game of our own. 17 to 18, AL versus Kaipi. Rise bottom lane forces back Envy. Tier 1 tower defended successfully. In the meantime, middle lane team fight breaking out. We have Miggle being ulti by Batrider, and down goes Nick's assassin with the ulti to the nuke from Rubik. Miggle, not the best game of his life so far on Nick's assassin, sitting at 1-4 and 4. And the pings go out from Pylai Die onto the bottom tier 1. Rise might be in huge trouble right now, and he's only 1k gold away from his Hex. This pick-off, if Kaipi can secure it on this blinker, would be immense. Envy coming in, the ulti is ready, goes in, throws out the Chronosphere, and he's in trouble. Nuke goes out from a Rise, Zizu has his ulti, not gonna be necessary, Quap goes down, huge setback for her item progression. On top lane Mania, he can't do anything against Bone on top, he's essentially just standing there and watching him farm. In the meantime, we got Unicorn picking up his Vitality booster, 5-2 and 5. Let's switch to the net worth right now. Keep in mind, Void later on will be such a powerful hard carry. Bone, not only has he has Force Staff, he also has the Blink, both on cooldown, but he just Fireflies over the cliff and then TP's back toward the base. Up here, 3 heroes from AL, gonna find nothing but neutral creeps. Down there, Zizu hanging around. Let's check the items quickly, see what things we have coming up. Faces Void, still just a Maelstrom. Gonna look at his goals, 2.4k. At that. Bone 7, again, tremendous performance on his Batrider, has all his items that are necessary for a great initiation. Undying, tanking up on the Vitality booster, Blink Dagger up on Nyx, Crystal Maiden also just going for the Bracer, and as I said earlier, the Queen of Pain is relatively close toward a Hex, but she just got set back in a pretty big chunk, and Lifestealer has some pretty good farm. Drums, Armlet, Phase Boots, Magic Wand, and the Vitality booster. So, OMG, it's Rob. Let me know what your Twitter is. There we are, guys. OMG, it's Rob. Follow the guy. And if you follow him, if we get like 10 to 20 people to follow him right now, then I'm sure he will be, the community response will be enough for him to tweet out the things that he's been saying. But still, Rob, keep in mind, don't just tweet him out because I don't see your tweets just yet. I haven't followed you yet and I'm not able to do it right now, but then tweet it out and also post it in this chat, please. So follow him at ROBBEHZ. He just posted it inside the Twitch chat also, so you can just see it. Robbies, ROBBEHZ. Follow him for some quick updates on the simultaneous games. So, you can tweet them out also. And I think that's a great idea, isn't it? I think that's amazing, because many times you're on the road, you want to follow a game, and you don't really know how the games are going. And if you have someone that tweets out these updates, it would be very helpful, wouldn't it be? So if you agree with that, follow the guy on Twitter. Again, it's at ROBBEHZ. And yeah, thank you, OMG it's Rob, for keeping us updated. And there's the next update from him. TC gets a double kill on Lone Druid and Rubik in bottom lane, and they lose Keeper of the Light. Magnus blinks and spends the solo ulti on Quap. Score is now 12 to 9, Na'Vi up. So it seems that TC, don't know which hero TC is playing, but we know that Na'Vi is playing Lone Druid and Rubik, and Liquid is playing Keeper of the Light, and there's a Magnus in there also and a Queen of Pain. Now, what would also be interesting to know is the lineups that both teams have, just for reference. But still, the game is paused here right now, so I'm going to bring up the gold graph once more. It's sitting at about 0, I think. Then the experience is in favor of Kaipi, which is good for them because they have the late game advantage. Queen of Pain's Hex is probably the clutch item right now, and still not only is, still again about 1,000 gold away, a little bit more, like 12 to 1,300. 2 Blink Daggers now, still on Kaipi. Eternal Envy, now 2,600 gold on him, getting more and more powerful by the minute. Whereas the Lifestealer, okay, he's also sitting at 2,100. So it's still a very open-ended game, but Kaipi right now is getting more effective in terms of their item progression and their hero ultimates. Their movement across the minimap is great, and with the items they have right now, they have a lot more game impact. Volzo 10 also giving us some great info. Team Liquid has to have won by minute 26 and 32 seconds, otherwise they are out. Miracle inside the woods right now, farming away a bit in conjunction with Miggle. The Blink Dagger, probably the most important here on Nyx, the most important item on Nyx right now. And Rise, if he gets caught out once more, again Envy coming in with the one-hit bash, so important. Blink after by Rise, but what a mistake there. I think he should have ultied first just to be safe, but now we got Mania up here for the rotation, and at least they get that. And now Miracle might also be in trouble. Time Walk again by Rise, and the Chronosphere just for that CM. Still, and he also caught Miggle in it. What an upset! What a big ulti by Envy. Not even an upset, because they've been ahead in experience by a large margin. Holy crap!
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Again, what a big kill. As we see Kaipi rotating into the Roshamp, we get another update from our interviewer or our correspondent. OMG, it's Rob. Huge team fight breaks out. Koro gets an ultra kill. So is that Korok or is that Kuro? Or are you trolling us, Rob? Gotta be careful with those. Koro gets an ultra kill, but okay, so probably Korok gets an ultra kill, but his entire team gets wiped out. Na'Vi up 16-11 as we see Kaipi taking the Roshan. We see an ultimate also by Queen of Pain. What's happening here? Was it whiffed? I think it was whiffed. Didn't pay attention because I was watching the chat, but I just heard it and then switched over to the game, but nothing happened. Kaipi just got the Aegis on the back of Faceless Void. He also has a little crit up already on top of 2,500 gold. Holy cow.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So, the lineups on the parallel game right now, as we see Miracle being pretty far out here. And Absolute Legends, they know they gotta make something happen. That's why we see them so far inside the enemy territory. Miggle leading the chase. And this Nyx Assassin, I must say, Miggle is one of the strongest players in the scene in general. I personally love Miggle and his plays. Oh, what a great initiation by Bone Seven. How did he even see that? He four-steps back the Nyx, gets stunned by Envy. Great Chronosphere, catches 3 heroes, but one of them is his own. It's Zizu. Miracle trying to do his best in there. Good RP now by Arise. Now Unicorn shows himself. 2 years already there from Absolute Legends, and it's not enough. Nyx not strong enough. Kaipi looking way too strong right now. Miracle also going to go down. It is 4 heroes dead from Absolute Legends, and they're going to lose by the current state of the game. It looks like they're going to lose this game against Kaipi. And holy crap, what a game from Kaipi. Great performance by them so far. And let's go back to our correspondent Rob here. The lineups are Na'Vi, Leshrac, Juggernaut, Magnus, Rubik, Lone Druid. So they have Kuroki on the Rubik. And Team Liquid, they got Queen of Pain, they got Faceless Void, they got Shadow Demon, they got Darkseer, and they got Keep the Light. That's pretty powerful. And I gotta tell you guys, Eternal Envy is a freaking awesome hard carry player. He was kept down so hard in the early stages of the game, but he's coming back with a vengeance. His Chronospheres have been very strong, and he just really carries his team here right now. And not even his team, he's standing in. Maybe he will be a permanent addition to the Kaipi roster, but Envy is very much showing tremendous performance on his Faceless Void and also on his Phantom Lancer in the game versus Team Liquid. Now the BKB up for Envy. I'm liking his item progression. Zizu might get caught out here. Blink after by Miguel. Stun goes out. There's the mana burn. Rise coming for the burst damage. Miguel goes for the spike carapace. Stuns up. Bone 7. He's already on the retreat out. Zizu goes for the brain staff. Keeps himself alive for another second or so. And it comes in. Goes for the big Cronus Figure. There's 3 heroes. Miguel needs to turn around. He has a stun. Needs to go for it. He actually catches both a Rise and Bone 7. That might have been a very clutch stun here. Now Pylai returns the stun. Returns the favor. Stole it from Miguel. He goes invisible. Envy unstoppable. Gets the kill onto Undying right now. Chasing after Miracle. He's all left by himself right now. Unicorn gets caught. RP. 2 heroes caught. Envy right-clicking away. Gets stunned a little bit here by Miguel. What a team fight. 3 heroes down for AL. 2 heroes down for Kaipi. Arrives on the run back out. And now we have the Bash securing the kill on the Nags. And now Miguel running out. Spike Carapace keeps him left for now. Good double stun by Miguel. Might even get the kill on Envy. He turns around. Blinks away. Miguel almost got the kill here. And now the Spike Carapace not up just yet. And Miguel gonna go down. What a play by Kaipi. Absolute Legends get wiped, and this might be Kaipi putting an end to the win streak of Absolute Legends, and we might be one step closer toward that dreaded 3-way tie. My god. Kaipi so good this game, said by Kanubin. I agree. Void, welp. This looks bad for AL. Angry Platens. I really want to like Crystal Bait more, but god, she's worthless, yeah. She's not that strong in the competitive game, and Envy, unless he's incredibly lucky right now, he's gonna die. No, we got Faces Void. Oh, backtrack! Still he dies. Well, it's probably the deny from Zizu, but in the end it doesn't matter as he still has the Aegis. And I don't think they even saw this. I don't think they know that Envy just died. So all they know is that Envy was very low on life. And now he's back full on everything. Miguel on top. Nake's in him. This might be right now them losing. No, AL is rotating. AL is rotating. Mania, the last one coming in. This might be the do or die fight. Miguel goes for the stun. Oh no, it was Queen of Pain inside. Envy, is he going to get focused down? Ulti comes through. Great counter initiation, but a little bit too late. Envy goes down. 4 heroes caught in RP. BKB used by Arise. 2 heroes already dead from AL. Queen of Pain, where is she sitting? She's in the back of the play, I think. She's trying to retreat out. Good lasso now used onto Unicorn. Buyback used by Envy. 2 heroes dead from AL. They invested a lot of resources into that kill on Envy, but he buys back immediately and now joins his team. Runs up through the river. In AL, they might have to admit defeat here relatively soon because they had the perfect initiation now onto Envy. They were able to kill him off, but they lost 2 heroes there. Because the rest of Envy's team is getting now more and more powerful because you can't underestimate a Batrider. He has a BKB. Magnus also has a BKB. They're very tanky. Zizu on Bane. I mean, he has a blockdown that goes through a BKB. Is very good against Nags. And Pylai, his positioning has been very good overall. Kaipi looking so powerful right now. Again, tier 2 being pressured. Bone looking for the pick off. And where's he gonna go for? Open wounds up, goes for the ulti onto Unicorn, forces himself out there. Good ultimate now used by Miracle. Arise looking to do what he can, skewers back. Unicorn gets pulled back in, bashes, ulti used now by Eternal Envy, focuses down the Nyx. He's gonna go down. The hard carry from Absolute Legends now actually dropped, and now Mania trying to run himself back, heals himself, not sure what to do, runs back, runs forth. Miguel, Spike Carapace is there, Rise goes in, gets the kill into Magnus. Right now Envy in trouble though, out of mana, almost out of HP. Bone 7 forces use the BKB just to get himself out of here. Blink is ready still, and now the chase after Eternal Envy, tries to go for the TP. The right click dagger isn't gonna be there. Stun here from Miguel. This Blink dagger helps him out there. Mania right now, the chase. Is there anything else? 2 heroes dead from Kaipi, and they lost their hard carry. But the same thing that I just said, or the thing I just said about Kaipi also applies to Absolute Legends. Even though they lost their hard carry, the other 4 heroes are getting more and more powerful, and they have more impact on the outcome of the team fight. So a great performance by Rise, Miracle, Mania, as well as Miguel, to keep themselves inside the game when Unicorn was not there to carry them. So, what a big team fight here from Absolute Legends on their top tier 1 as we go back here to our correspondent. Oh man, what's going on? Where are you at, my friend? Khavast, huge push, and gets a godlike kill streak. Pushes down Rax. rotates bottom and takes a tier 3 bottom and Rax, and Na'Vi kills all but Shadow Demon. They take tier 4 and win 29-32 into the game. Thank you so much, Rob, for letting us know here. Holy crap, Na'Vi take the win against Team Liquid. So I think that is it in terms of a 3-way tie. No more 3-way ties coming on, but this still is essentially the winner bracket final, if you want to call it that. Kaipi and Absolute Legends looking damn strong. And AL so far unbeaten, but right now it looks pretty good for Kaipi. The gold graph coming a little bit back up after AL showed that good team fight, but it's so far ahead. And keep in mind, they have the Void, they have the 3 hard lockdowns. They got the Lasso, they got the Fiend Script, they got the RP. It all pierces BKB. And the only hero that doesn't have that BKB piercing ulti is Rubik, and he has a spell steal, so he's still incredibly useful overall. So let's again catch up on the items quickly. Queen of Pain by now has a Sheep Stick picked up, goes for Reaver. Interesting item choice. So Ryze realized he has to go for like a tough fighting build, just survivability. After that Vitality booster, we actually had Unicorn opting into the Skull Basher, and still the drums and the armlet were the first 2 items. The Blink on Nyx Assassin, nothing else after that. And just 1100 gold on Miguel. So again, not the best game of his life. 288. We have a Blade Mail on Mania, at least something, and a Blink on Nyx. It did work out a bunch of times when they were trying to. Well, it did net them the kill on Envy when he tried to go back. Envy, middle lane. They want to focus down Lifestealer. The Blink coming in, but Miguel gets immediately. Fiends will be used by Zizu. Envy gets the kill on Unicorn. Now they turn on to Miguel. He gets killed. Also, Tyr is dead now from Absolute Legends. BKB is activated everywhere. And that is, I think, the mid-tier 2 tower at least, and the middle racks. Holy crap, guys. Kaipi looking so powerful, and now Miracle on top. Poor CM gets focused down. Just way too squishy of a support. She just loses so much of her effectiveness once the mid-game leaves. And we get into the late game. Unless she has a crap load of farm, and kills, and gold, and items, she really is not fit for the current metagame. I really don't think so. Bone looking for the pick off. The Lasso is still off cooldown. That's a perfect position for a Bat Rider right there. But AL, they know it. They know they have no business being anywhere in this general area. So they hang back and they forfeit 2 tier 2 towers. And Kaipi right now moving back. Roshan back up. So the question is, do they go for Roshan or do they go for this and then Roshan? Holy crap. Miguel defending the bot tier 2, and Kaipi decided upon their Roshan. It's his second one in the game, so no cheats dropped by him, but still very important. If Void gets that second life up, then this will essentially be a GG for AL. They know it. They know it. They are smoking and moving. Nyx Assassin still a little bit behind. Roshan about to go down. Open wounds is used. Good RP on the 3 heroes on the cliff. Weird positioning there. The Fiend's Grip by Zizu. The ulti by a CM. The ulti also used by Bat Rider onto Ryze. He's not able to do anything right now. 51 shots used. He's going to turn around and go for his ultimate. Throws it out. 3 heroes caught by Kaipi. That's a lot of AoE damage. Ultimate used by Nyx. Also 2 heroes dead from Kaipi. But the egg is already up on Void. He's going to be back in 2 seconds. 2 heroes dead from Kaipi. It is Bane as well as Rubik. But all of AL is still alive. Envy in trouble. Time works himself away. What a big team fight from AL so far. Blink after by Miguel. The stun is off cooldown. Envy looking for life, for time, no mana, no nothing. He's in huge trouble. Miracle is here, stun used by Miguel, and down goes Faceless Void. 2 buybacks by Kaipi used. Ryze gonna find a kill on Miguel in return. What a huge bull rush on that skewer. What a team fight. AL keep themselves in the game. They kill Envy twice against all odds, mainly brought to you by Queen of Pain's big level 3 ulti onto 3 heroes and Kaipi, trapped. Not really trapped, but focused on one target. So Ryze knew what he had to do. He got out of the Fiend's Grip, took 2 steps back, turned around in slow motion due to his sticky napalm, and threw out his ulti, and then tried his best to keep his team in the game, and it was successful. Good reaction also by Unicorn on the Nags to immediately throw out his Nags ultimate for additional AoE damage. And that was a lot of magical damage coming in. But now, Kaipi, they don't even go into any type of how do you call it? They don't even seem impressed. They keep their game up. Usually when you see them losing or getting caught off like that in such a big team fight, you see teams slowing down in their decision making. You see them decreasing in aggressiveness, but not Kaipi. Bone 7 on his Batrider, he just keeps his aggression up, and that's exactly what you need to do. You can't let the enemy force you into a defensive type of play. If you have the aggressive lineup, you need to be the one forcing the game onto the enemy, and Bone 7 is showing a tremendous game at that. And even same with the game of Kaipi versus Team Liquid just 2 games ago. Bone 7 on Batrider once more, and he has been playing a great game so far. I must say, Eternal Envy on the hard carry role also very impressive. 8-5-14 right now. He came back from a huge deficit. He really, in my opinion, is proving all the haters wrong in some way. I mean, it's I'm gonna throw my personal opinion out here right now. I find it kind of unfair of the whole community kind of flaming him for being a bad player. He freaking won DreamHack with his team. Sure, I mean, no time. Oh man, that has to wait. That personal opinion has to wait, because right now Unicorn might get caught out. Zizu comes in, Brain Sap, ultimate. Oh man, the RP catches 2 heroes, but the team fight is splitting up. Unicorn gets locked down. Good ultimate used by Envy right now. This might be enough damage. Are they able to focus down the Nakes? Yes, the crit is enough. BKB now on Envy. Miguel might also get focused down. Miguel running himself away. Good flame break by Bone 7 once more. He secures himself that kill. Mixed Assassin right now. Magnus, the first one to go down from Kaipi. In comes Rise, gets disabled, open wounded up, stolen by Pylai died. The Nightmare also there. Mania trying to help his teammate out, but Envy is there. He is too big of a carry. Rise, ulti, 3 heroes caught. And they are very low on life, but Rise cannot finish the job. Bone 7 is here, and this will probably be the GG, I think. Maybe I'm a little bit overconfident in calling this right now, but this is a very messy team. But Envy, very high on HP. He's not even getting focused at whatsoever. Mania in trouble, gets time locked, gonna get killed. Envy slowed down a little bit. The heal not enough. Down goes the zombie. And now Miracle, the last man standing. 4 heroes dead, as opposed to just Magnus dead on Kaipi's side. And that's what I was talking about when the game started. They have, when I say they, I mean Kaipi, of course. They have the late game potential here in their lineup. And Absolute Legends get completely wiped. Holy crap. The last outer tower for Absolute Legends now going to fall. And this might be the first set of racks now dropping, but Kaipi actually backing out for now. With all the revives coming in. Nyx Assassin Nakes in a especially dangerous combination to go up against. They don't feel very confident in that. But Kaipi taking a very convincing lead, and I must say Envy doing a very good job on the hard carry role, and he's getting a lot of flack from the community, and I don't think that's warranted. He's a great player, a great strategist, a good captain, and I think people should get off his back a little bit. But then again, haters gonna hate, I guess. BKB, Daedalus, Maelstrom, plus 3.7 gold on top of his power treads. Miguel with the Nakes, looking for some sort of a pick-off. Goes into ultimate form, and AL, they realize the urgency that's at hand right now. They know how tough this might be to claim control of the game, because if we look at the experience graph, this is way out of their control right now. So is the gold. Let's look at the items right now. Ghost Scepter, the next new item for Mania, and Miguel still no new items, and it's such a shame. Miguel is usually one of the most consistent players on AL's side, but he's been kept down so hard. 2-11-11, that's really unusual for him. Miracle on his Crystal Main, 2-11-11 as well. So again, maybe not the best support here to pick off. Maybe they just thought that they could go for a very mid-game heavy lineup and then finish the game right then and there. A Heart of Tarask completed up on Co-op. So a very tanky Rise, and to be honest, I like that item choice in this context, especially considering the role that Rise has been taking. Great game sense. Amazing game sense by Rise. Immediate TP out, not a second too short. Or too late, rather. What else do we have? Nyx desperately needs items. He has not had any new items for the past 5 to 10 minutes. And this is the bottleneck, I think. The DPS output is lacking because the Void is too fat. Mjolnir now completed up on Envy. And this is now Kaipi going for the finish. So again, who will advance? That is a big question. I will see if I can get Kawa on after this to get some light into this. Bone 7 forced to use the BKB. He's looking for the pickoffs. He's actually just creating space for his team to pressure the tier 3. But all of Kaipi now backing out. That's a BKB on cooldown for the Batrider. And Kaipi back out. They want to play this ultra safe. They're not going to take any risk. And we cannot blame them for that. So, in terms of what happens if Kaipi wins this, I am not so sure because I'm not 100% certain about who won the games I did not cast. So anybody, maybe our correspondent on Twitter can let us know inside the chat what will happen if Kaipi wins this. I know that AL will advance, but if Kaipi wins, will it be AL and Kaipi advancing, or will it be AL and Navi? Let me know if you have any additional information on this. I just know that AL is certainly in the LAN finals, I think. Unicorn, 1400 gold. And then again, the ever urgent topic for the late game, the buybacks. How are those looking? This is looking so good for Kaipi, and so bad and dire for Absolute Legends. And keep in mind, Absolute Legends, they have not lost a single game today. They beat Team Liquid, they beat Navi. They're just looking very, very strong. Good blink in by Bone. They get the weak CM, pick her off right away. The Hex on Envy, a little bit too late. It doesn't really change the fact that CM is going to drop. She does not have the buyback by the looks of it. No, not available. Tier 3 tower under pressure right now. Miguel throws it at Sunmania, goes to the DK, Bone 7. No, oh man, Envy going in for the time walk, holding on with his ulti just yet. Queen of Pain, maybe a little bit overzealous on her ultimate Sonic Wave, a little bit overzealous, yes, I think so. And now Lifesteal is the first one to go down. Envy gets focused down in turn. Mania gets skewered back in, goes to the Blade Mail, turns around to fight this. Is he going to have a heal for himself there and just a DK? Buybacks get forced out both from Envy, and maybe a little bit of overextension now by Void. Good focus fire from AL. And they hold their tier 3 tower on bottom. They really hold their tier 3. But with Unicorn down and no buyback, Kaipi will need to take their first big risk in this game, and that is pressure on. Go on, keep on fighting. And there's an ultimate, maybe the best pickup they could have asked for. Rise gonna get focused, Envy even using his ulti just for that, but Rise gets pulled up by the flame break, blinks out and away. Envy whiffing his ulti, the Hex also helping out in that regard. A Rise, no ulti left on him, the BKB now off cooldown, but right now Kaipi forced back out. That flame break from Bone saved Queen of Pain's life. So, I'm gonna go to the chat right now, see what's happening. I know we have a time rating. Kami Gaming saying AL Navi advance. No tie. Navi already won. Navi is through and AL Navi is through. Okay. Alright, thanks so much. By the looks of it right now, it says AL and Navi advances. And they qualify for the LAN finals. Holy crap. $2.2k gold now up on our Quap. Rubik. Seems like he can't decide what he wants to go for. Ogre Club and a Ultimate Orb on him. Batrider, the Boots of Child, we just saw those. And a hell of a Dominator now on Envy, so he's opting for his Satanic. And the third Roshan with the cheese now coming up, and Envy even strong enough to just solo him away. And I think it's not an overstatement to say that this is 95% Kaipi's game to win. What a game, guys. What a game. One thing that is very much worth mentioning, though, is that even though AL is so far behind, like, look at the extent of how far they are behind. That's the gold. That's experience. Here's the items. They still are pressuring the top tier 3. They have not lost a single Rax. That's about to change, though. Double TP back. Envy going for the push. Who's got the cheese on Kaipi's side? It is actually Magnus. There's a sleep. There's a lasso. Envy goes to the BKB. And we still have a lot of big teamfight ultimates left on Kaipi's side. Envy now going for his Chronosphere to block off the support from Miguel as well as Nakes. But what the hell? Rise is still alive! He's still alive! They were not able to get a single kill here. Co-op with the heart is able to just live through it, blinks out, and survives. That's a Chronosphere down. It's a BKB down. And the tier 3 is still up. AL is turtling this like champs right now. Now the ultimate out on a Unicorn. The Hex down Zizu. What a messy team fight. In comes Magnus with his ultimate, only on Unicorn. But look at that burst damage now from Envy. He gets the kill. The Aegis is still ready. This will save his ass right now. Rise on the run back out. He's so tanky. Envy dies for the first time, but Unicorn is still dead, and he still does not have a buyback by the looks of it. Otherwise, he would have bought back immediately. Bone 7 goes for the ulti on Mania. He's the next one to go down. Now Miguel also dead. And finally, the defenses of AL crumble under the big pressure of Kaipi. And man, AL, big props to you and your powerful defense, but it looks like you are defeated. Pylai die, Telekinesis, drop back in, blink out, bottom racks down. Holy crap. So Kaipi finished off with a bang. Miracle, let's go for as much magical damage as possible. He gets out a very long duration of his ulti, and he might even survive. He actually survives. Cheeky bugger. Rise is here. He might be in big trouble though. Yeah, he's gonna go down, I think. Yeah, down he goes. Buyback though immediately. Middle barracks under attack. Gonna go down. And yes, this is Kaipi winning the game. Props again to Envy on his performance as a stand-in for Kaipi. Big props to Bone 7 on his Batrider. What a performance. Arise 30-12 also. Great job on his Magnus. Pylai die on his Rubik. Looking very strong. And let's not forget about Zizu on his Bane. Kaipi overall played like a very strong unit. Poor Envy. I'm sorry, guys. I don't make the rules. It's the ESL that decided for the time rating. But it's most tournaments, they go for the time rating, so I don't organize tournaments, but it seems like they do have their advantages. Just saying. Holy crap. Refreshing up on Magnus. Now, if AL wins this, just if, it would be an absolute miracle. Good game sense now once more by Miguel. Without any words, he was able to just realize he's way in over his head and needs to use ulti to get out. Then we got Kaipi moving in to finish what they started. Bottom racks are down, the middle racks are down, and these two buildings are what separates them from the Mega Creeps and Dust to Victory. They could even try to maybe go for something sneaky like just finish it in mid, try to go for the team fight there, but here comes the initiation now from Bone 7. BKB used, goes for the ulti onto Unicorn. They realize that's the biggest danger. Oh, they kind of, that wasn't the best Chronosphere here. That actually disables Arise there, but still enough. But now Unicorn does have the buyback. Now the Chronosphere, the two heroes with the Refresher Orb, and he stacks his own Chronospheres. That was kind of odd. Arise though, I think it's still enough. Two heroes down for AL. The teamfight's still going on. Envy fighting like a man, but he does go down eventually. The ultimate from Miracle does a crap load of damage. Two heroes down for both sides. For both sides, two heroes down. Pala died on the back end. Bone 7 also. Zizu gotta go down. Eternal Amy now rejoining the teamfight. Unicorn needs to get out and heal up for now. And Miguel also drops. Envy able to rejoin the teamfight thanks to his boots of travels fast enough. And that is it. That's the top racks going down. No discussions. Unicorn going in, tries to go for Pylai die, but the ultimate from Bone 7 by now is ready. And he pulls him right into Envy's face. Han Solo gets hexed and drops. And here they go. Gonna finish the game. And a very great
Radiant structures are fortified.
performance by Kaipi, but it's no avail. They had to bank on the fact that they would get that three-way tie going. But unfortunately, it's not going to work out. So, guys, before you even think about turning off the stream, we will have some post-game interviews after this, as we see the Ancient actually dropping and the GJs being called. So, we'll have a short break with commercials, but stay tuned, guys. We will have post-game interviews with players from Absolute Legends and perhaps Kaipi also right after the commercial break. So get your questions ready, post them in the chat. The mods will be watching for spams though, so yeah, great performance by Kaipi, good job. But then again, today another great performance by Absolute Legends, taking out the favorites in the groups, Team Liquid and Na'Vi. So we're gonna have a chat with them after this break. So if you have any questions for AL or Kaipi, that is, let me know in chat. We'll be back in just a few moments for the post-game interviews for the RaidCall EMS 1. Thanks for watching. Until then, bye-bye.